Diddy was just hit with another new lawsuit. And this lawsuit is the fourth lawsuit out of 10 lawsuits that Tony Buzbee said that he's bringing against Diddy over a week's time. Tony Buzbee is filing this lawsuit on behalf of a John Doe who is claiming that he was SA'd at only 22 years old. This John Doe said that in late October of 2022, he was a young musician who traveled to California to spend several weeks playing music in and around Los Angeles. This man says that on November 4th of 2022, he was performing on the street near a popular nightclub, singing and playing his guitar. Near midnight, he was approached by a man dressed in dark clothing, wearing sunglasses, and a Bad Boy Records hat. The man complimented Doe on his talent and his beautiful singing voice. This man told him that he was a scout for Diddy and that Diddy was looking for emerging talent. He was excited because he said it seemed like a potential life-changing opportunity. And this statement right here is the first thing that caught my eye because it sounded like the exact accusations that Lil Rod was making against Diddy in his lawsuit. Lil Rod alleged when he was working for Diddy that Diddy would make him go out and scout these workers and that he had to wear a Bad Boy Records label hat. Lil Rod's lawsuit said Diddy provided Mr. Jones with an exclusive Bad Boy baseball cap and required him to wear it to the booby trap on the river as a signal to any worker he approached that Diddy was in town, and he had sent Mr. Jones to recruit them. Lil Rod Jones alleged that Diddy used his power and influence to intimidate and force him into soliciting these workers from the booby trap on the river. As detailed below, Diddy used many tactics to maintain domination and control over Mr. Jones. And he allegedly threatened Lil Rod Jones with a lot. He told him he would eat his face, allegedly. He also showed him weapons. Lil Rod Jones alleged that he was there a night that somebody was popped in a bathroom at the Chalice nightclub studio, and so much more. Now, the talent scout told the John Doe that Diddy was hosting an exclusive A-list birthday party that night, and the driver would come back to pick him up. He exchanged his contact information with the scout and proceeded to wait for him to come back. Approximately an hour and a half later, a driver in an all-black Cadillac Escalade arrived to pick him up and took him to the party. He was not given the address, but the party was held at a private home. He alleged that when he arrived at this party, he met with Diddy, and Diddy's first words to him were, "So you must be Gammy," and this was his stage name. "My assistant told me you have a beautiful voice. Sit down and have a drink with me and let's talk business." And he alleged that Diddy gave him a drink and they talked about music, goals, and aspirations, and Diddy allegedly made numerous promises about helping him secure a major recording contract. As the conversation progressed, he complimented Diddy on his necklace, and Diddy asked if he would like to see more of his jewelry collection, and he excitedly agreed. Diddy allegedly led him to a private room somewhere else in the house, and at this point, he started to feel strained and drowsy and somewhat off balance, beyond what he would expect from having consumed a single drink. He alleged that it became clear to him that something was wrong, and he realized later that his drink was spiked. The two entered the bedroom, and he noticed immediately that there was no jewelry anywhere, and then Diddy allegedly bluntly asked him, "Have you ever gave oral before?" This John Doe said that he said no, and Diddy allegedly responded, "You should try it," while exposing himself. He alleged that he told Diddy that he wasn't comfortable and he attempted to leave, saying that Diddy's team could contact him in the morning, but Diddy allegedly refused to let him leave and insisted that he would not give him any contract unless he complied. He said despite his refusal of Diddy's advances, Diddy allegedly applied increasing pressure, continuing to make promises about launching his career. Diddy then allegedly lost patience, and he grabbed this man by the face and forcefully inserted it into his mouth. This man said that he felt trapped and he had become even more incapacitated from the substances that had been given to him. He said that Diddy allegedly undressed him and SA'd him in the back door before he left the room. And he said all while this was allegedly happening, he was largely incapacitated on the edge of the bed. And the next morning, an unknown person administered him an IV and told him his ride was waiting for him outside. And the IB part is exactly what Cassie Ventura referenced in her lawsuit after the freak-offs that happened with male workers. He said that he was driven back to the nightclub and dropped off, and he has had no further contact with Diddy since this essay. This one is crazy, especially where it referenced certain things that Lil Rod is talking about in his lawsuit, which is around the same exact time frame. This is crazy, but like I said, this is only the 4th lawsuit out of 10 that Tony Buzbee said that he is going to file in a week's time by Wednesday of this week. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.